Hey guys, this is Reezy, joining you just to recap our last session between the time we took a break and then took another break come mid-session. When we returned from break, our party was called to the Colosseum. Taking their places on platforms before themselves, everyone was shot into the air where before them buzzed a swarm of wasps, protecting the large goalpost before them, trying to prevent the team from scoring. This was barely a challenge for the team, as they executed the tournament with a whopping 93 points. This meant the entire team was gifted transport by Blorg, the Colosseum's owner and manager. After that, they were invited to see 9-inch scales perform at the local bar to celebrate their win. Not before Alira pulled Matthias into yet another study session. Ham collected his winnings even through the protest of Anakis, and Anakis, after failing to get their coin from Ham yet again, disappeared into the crowd away from her group. Ham returned Alira's bet and dragged Matthias, my assistant, and Alira to the bar, even though Matthias was still waking up from his study session. Anakis went on their own journey, heading to the stables outside. They couldn't afford to rent a horse, however, they could, in their own words, steal a horse. And by her golden light, did she ever try. She did grab the absolute worst horse available and hobbled down the road as the salesman screamed behind her and tossed buckshot into the air. Back to the bar is where we pick up after taking a bit of a break. Welcome to the Twitchfits yet again. Welcome back, everybody. Hello. We're back to our Twitchfits over at the Bloody Tusk.
It's party time!
It's party time with 9-inch scales.
We like to party.
This is the moment Alira listens to a little bit of metal music and it's like an awakening for her, and she's like, wait, fuck my dad.
So you guys go to the Bloody Tusk. This is Matthias, Alira, and Ham, as well as the assistant, or my assistant, I should say.
What a weird bunch of people to be going to a town.
Honestly, like just a bunch of nerds and Ham. That's pretty much it.
It's a team building exercise.
Please put that as the title of this episode.
I will.
A bunch of nerds
and ham.
Alira's wearing like her nicest clothes that she packed.
Yes. Because she has no understanding of like dive bar.
Right.
Matthias, on the other hand, is wearing the same shit as usual, except that it actually works here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you blend in here.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're very grungy.
These are my people.
And Ham's just in the middle of the pit, windmilling his non-existent hair.
Yeah. So the Bloody Tusk sits underground beneath one of the bigger apartment buildings downtown. The bricks outside are crusted with black soot, and the corners of the windows are filled with dirt constantly blowing in from the outside. You have to walk down half a staircase to get to the door, where there seems to be a small lineup of night goers. The bouncer nods to your group, having seen you guys fight earlier that day on the big screens, and he pays you no mind. As you walk inside, it is surprisingly nicer on the inside than the rundown outside. The bar is this lovely divey bar with all the fixings on beautiful wooden floating shelves behind the bartender. Torches light up in all the corners, creating a perfect orange mood lighting, while a light spell under the bar creates that classic new age bar look with the RGB rainbow flashing between all the lights. Up on stage, you see the boys, the 9-inch scales, absolutely tearing apart the stage.
Can I add something to the description of the bar?
Oh, wait.
Oh, great. First off, great, Michael.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I used to have lights like that, and then I moved out.
Let's go.
Behind the bar, there are signed bits of armor from all the previous champions.
Yes, yeah. So not only behind the bar, but they have them up on the walls, basically, in glass
framed,
cases. Yeah.
They're like signed football jerseys and what have you, but orc.
Yes, exactly. Except it's all orc stuff. It's all great axes, heavy armor, helmets, spears, anything an orc would use. You actually see my assistant looking at them a little great kind of thing, because he's not a fighter. You guys are welcome to roll me a perception check, the three of you. I'll do one for my assistant too. Why not?
Yeah, why not? he can have part of the fun.
He's too distracted by the things on the shelves. He's very sad.
So is Matthias, apparently.
Oh God, his sadness has rubbed off on you. Actually, you're probably like focused on where am I going to study. Same with Alira.
No,
I rolled a 9.
Actually, he's just focused on like not standing out at all. I like this. I'm going to take this from personal experience. You go into a crowded room, you get overwhelmed. You just want to you want to make yourself as small as possible. You're not paying attention to anything that goes like beyond like the 2 feet around you.
Yes.
So did you want me to do a check as well?
Yeah.
Okay, what type of check is it?
Perception. Oh yeah, so don't forget to also add your perception bonuses if you guys have any.
14 minus 1, 13.
2 plus 2 is not going to make
No,
any.
I don't think it's going to make anything.
Right, so.
2 plus 2 equals potato.
Alira, did you have any bonuses to yours? Or was it just a 6?
I rolled a 9. I have a +3.
Okay, so I will give you guys that you guys see the bartender, who is a tall elven woman with reddish brown hair and piercings all over her face, and she has a splattering of freckles. And there's notably a bunch of people on the dance floor. You recognize some of them as like other contestants in the games you've been in. You've seen them on the screens, or you've seen them in passing back at the Coliseum. You also see, of course, the obvious. There's the Fire Fister is here with his whole group as well. They're sat around a table, just away from the bar. Actually, I have a map for this.
Huzzah.
Yay!
We love maps.
We love maps. I love maps. Boop. There you guys go. So you see, sitting over by the patrons area is where the Fire Fister and all of his group are sitting, and that's all you guys can make out.
Boss sucks.
There's plenty like party goers, like people are like ripping up the dance floor. There's quite a few people at the bar.
No, I know that, but I'm looking at the map and going, there is literally nowhere for us to go where we will not be distracted.
Nope. I mean, that's a bar, right? They want you to have something to do everywhere, all over the bar.
So can I ask, how did Mr. Flimfist get on?
Do you want to walk up to him?
The tournament?
Oh, so they scored, I believe, a 73.
That's not good.
No, it's not very good. They were not gifted horses, basically, for tomorrow, or travel accommodations for tomorrow, so they have to figure it out themselves.
Do I bet the horses on an arm wrestling match?
Oh, no!
Oh, my God. Alira would kick your ass if she has to walk there.
That's why Illyria and Matthias are going to end up at the bar, rather than whatever the fuck Ham is doing.
You see, as you're standing there, Ham, looking at the Fire Fister, he looks up and he sees you, and he, like, motions for you to come to him.
Okay, can I get a drink from the bar and then head over?
Yeah, absolutely. What can I get you, sweetie?
It's one of those Ryan Schmendelses, please.
Oh, I got you. Oh my gosh, we only got 2 bottles of that left. I tell you, when he came to town, girls went crazy for this stuff. I'm waiting on the next one of John Cena.
Oh, no.
He's supposed to be staying next week, and they're gonna make a beautiful tub of moonshine out of his. I can't wait to try that.
I didn't realize that they were going to be brewing potions of invisibility either.
Oh man, I am so hoping that is the side effect. Let me tell you what.
What would you do if you could turn invisible?
I could turn invisible?
Now.
Right now? Oh, sweetheart, I would take off from my shift immediately. That's what I would do. And I would take a couple bottles of rum with me, I tell you what. And then I would just go and have a party by myself out by the lake.
Tell you what, why don't you just get yourself away? I'll take care of the bar for you.
Roll me a persuasion check. You're very sweet, sweetie, but
16?
Even with the 16, she is like shaking her head. She like considers it though for like a second. You see her like hum and haw, and she's like, that does sound really nice, and it's really busy tonight. I don't really want to stay here, but nah, my boss would have my ass. Honestly, I can't leave. I can't do it.
I get it. Don't worry about it. You could do me one thing, though.
Absolutely, sweetheart. What can I get for you?
What's the worst tasting drink that you've got here?
Well, that would be liquid dragon ass.
I will have one of those, please. And can you put it in a bottle that looks like one of these Ryan Gosling shine things?
Absolutely. You got a little revenge you're brewing up, clearly.
Of course. You know me so well.
Right, she mixes you this atrocious, disgusting liquid dragon ass drink. She puts it in one of the Ryan Shine Moon's bottles and stuff with like the label and everything. But like you can see like fizzing out of it is like this disgusting, like almost green like aura around it. Like it looks awful.
You should be grateful. Liquid Dragon House was the only thing that we could get in my village.
That's why Matthias doesn't drink. He thinks all drinks are that.
Yep.
So yeah, I'd take the 2 drinks over to Captain Grey Pube Beard.
Yep. What's this?
It's a drink.
Should I assume you spiked this now, or should I down it and find out you spiked it later?
Hey, that's up to you, but you would probably be a lesser dwarf if you were to accuse me before drinking it, wouldn't it?
Only a persuasion.
Oh, that's not good. 6.
No, he sees
not.
through this shit immediately.
I'm surprised you didn't give him disadvantage.
Well, it worked out anyways. Sometimes the dice tell their own story. He sees through this, he clocks immediately, he sees the aura coming off of this, he takes one smell, and he goes, that's not any Ryan Gosling moonshine. Ew! Ryan Ray Shine Moonshine, whatever the heck I made it. Reynolds Renshine, I don't know. That's nowhere close. That is disgusting. And he like throws it into the crowd of partiers behind him.
That was perfectly good alcohol.
It ends up in someone's eyes and they're blinded.
Yeah. You basically hear like a smash and someone go, ow! And then, but he's like, I called you over here to see if you wanted to maybe rehash something. Maybe show me, since, you know, you and I never got to go up against each other, but you did get to ruin my contest. Let's see what you got, little man.
Are we putting anything on the line here, or is this just for bragging rights?
You know me. I definitely don't do anything without a little bit of risk. And then he throws up the bracers of the fister. Yeah, which are sheathed.
Horrible name.
Which are sheathed in these beautiful, like, fiery glow.
Okay, so if I win, I get the braces?
What do I get if I win? Make it worth my while now.
What do you want?
Well, I heard you guys got horses for tomorrow.
We did.
Heard you guys scored pretty good. Maybe you put those up against my bracers.
What, you want the horses, or do you want some winnings?
How much in winnings are we talking?
Well, all of that gold's gone, but I do have the bet riding on us getting through the next round.
You want me to wait to see if you come out on top. You might have gotten lucky today. I doubt you're getting lucky tomorrow.
What I'm saying is, how about you scratch my back tomorrow? We get rid of that big old wizard guy, the Nightstar man.
Sorry, you're gonna get rid of him? In what way? He like kind of...
Is in like, we try our best to take him out of the competition for tomorrow. Oh. And then we go to the finals and we face each other.
Interesting. I would like less competition, but I want a more guaranteed. Tell you what, I'll be here all night. If you're going to go get rid of him, go get rid of him, and then maybe we'll talk.
How about this counter proposal? My friends would kill me if I was to bet their horses, but I'm happy to bet my horse.
One horse, huh? Make it 2. I see you got a useless guy standing there. He's your orc contestant something, but he's getting bullied real hard by that other woman on your team. I would be interested in maybe his horse as well.
I will have you know that my assistant is not to be bullied.
Sure.
But 2 horses?
2 horses.
Winner takes all?
Sounds good to me.
What?
Okay.
Hang on. What are Matthias and Illyria doing while this is going down?
I don't know. What are you guys? Did you guys walk over with them, or are you guys just studying at the bar?
I don't think we're a party to this.
No, but Illyria's here on a mission. So Illyria has put on her best, I don't really care about what's going on, but I have to greet everybody at the party or my parents are going to ground me attitude. And she's walking around to everybody and she's greeting them. She's saying, hello, my name's Illyria Nightstar. Very nice to meet you. Well, maybe not. Okay, no, she says, hello, my name's Illyria. She doesn't mention that she's Nightstar because she's looking for the people who are on Balin's team.
Okay.
And then
meanwhile,
if they're not on, she asks them what team they're on, and if they're not on Balin's team, then she just like politely finds a way to excuse herself. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. My friend's calling me. I have to go. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much."
You do find one table in which it is Balin's team. You see a very kind, like a dwarf with kind eyes and red hair. You see an average-looking human next to them. You also see their orc who looks almost just as nerdy as your guys' orc, although he looks more buff, like just way more buff as well. And they also have a tiefling sat next to them as well, who looks a little sly.
our guy got
Okay, I'll sit down with them and chat.
Okay.
Their guy's nerdy guy. He got an Orc Ball scholarship.
Yeah, exactly. He got Orc Ball scholarship, exactly. So you sit with them, and they're like, the nice dwarf woman, she takes the reins on the conversation. She goes, "Hi, how are you today?"
Oh my gosh, I'm fantastic. What a great band, right?
Oh my gosh, they are just rocking and bumping, and I am enjoying it so much.
Yeah, so fun, and especially after such a long day at the tournament. That was quite a tournament, right?
I know. We are all on the same team, believe it or not. We are just
Oh
like
my
a
goodness.
ragtag group. The five of us, I mean. Our team leader didn't really want to come out and hang out today, unfortunately. He said something about needing to stay on top of his game, and I don't know, last time I saw him, he's doing crunches in his bedroom on the floor.
She makes a mental note of that. She's like, wow, what a loser.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfortunate that he doesn't take the time to hang out with you guys, because being together as a team, these moments are really what builds the team. It's not what happens in the tournament. What happens after.
I mean, that's what we all said to him. But then he said, like, he is the team, and like he's really carrying us to the end. And I mean, I guess he's not wrong. We were really useless in that first round. He was just magic missling all over the place. And it was quite the spectacle. I will tell you that. Like, it was crazy.
Well, don't say that about yourself. You absolutely bring value to the team, regardless of what your team leader says. He doesn't sound like he's very nice.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's the nicest guy, but he's dreadfully honest. I'm pretty useless, yeah.
There has to be something you can do.
I kind of went off a cliff.
I mean, I can fly into like this awful, terrible rage sometimes, and I mean, it does put people off when it happens.
Their self-esteem is like it's so far through the floor. It's in the cellar with all the other barrels of used bath water.
Yeah.
Matthias should be here. Matthias should hear this.
Matthias and my assistant have gotten a couple of glasses of apple juice, which, as we've established, is like the wimp drink.
Yeah.
And they are just supporting the wall.
Yeah, exactly. You see, other orcs see that you guys are drinking apple juice. They avoid you completely. They don't even make eye contact. As soon as they see that, they're like,
perfectly fine with them, because they are also avoiding eye contact.
Perfect. Yeah, they like welcome you with open arms at their table and stuff. They're all like, you find out they're all like really nice people, basically. And except their orc. Their orc is kind of like an orc, so he like does not care for the conversation. He's pretty much out of it. He's like, I just came here because they said something team building bullshit, and now I'm here. But whatever. I honestly, they said they pay for my drink, so I guess I'll stay.
That orc is just like me, for real.
Yeah, Alira's just gonna keep talking to them, and every time that they like put themselves down, she's gonna like pick them back up and try to like turn it around to make it seem like her uncle is the one who's like ruining everything for them.
Yes. So they don't really give you too much information about your uncle, I will say, except for the fact that he's like doing crunches in his room. Like, they don't know him either. He just won't open up to us or nothing. It's kind of rude. I mean, you think you're on team with people, you want to like talk to them or hang out with them, and or have us pay for your drinks and have them sit at the table and just have a chat, But not this guy. Not this guy. He's different. He said he's like from some, he's from like that big city with all the elves and their fancy drapes and what they wear, their dresses.
Like covers up a little bit.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh,
actually, you kind of look like him. You know that, sweetie? You kind of look like him.
Oh, don't insult me. You're silly. You got your beer goggles on, don't you? She like giggles and she like pushes her drink closer to her.
She's like, oh, maybe you're right. I mean, I have had 3 sips. I'm getting a little crazy.
Well, that's top moonshine, am I right?
Oh, no, that's just a regular beer. Usually I just drink seltzer water and that gets me all the way up to the roof. But today I decided to go for something a little stronger.
Go crazy. Yeah. You know what? Actually, I think they should drink. I think we should drink some more. I like raise my hand to get the waiter and I try to get them as drunk as possible so they can't perform tomorrow.
Matthias clocks what she's onto, and he's going to use prestidigitation. I can never fucking say the name of that.
Prestidigitation.
Nope.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. He's going to use prestidigitation to
Worcestershire.
Yeah. Hey, Worcestershire's good. He's going to use prestidigitation to disguise the much stronger alcohol as like regular the beer that they were drinking.
Okay, so you're assisting Alira in this deception.
I sure as fuck am.
Okay. So Alira, you bring them like a tray of shots and stuff.
As the tray goes by, he's just like, whoop.
Yeah, they all look like apple juice, and you're like, oh, maybe something stronger. Roll me a deception check with advantage.
I'm helping.
Deception. I get a +0, so wish me luck. 14.
14. Plus
Nothing.
nothing. I'll roll insight for them, but at disadvantage. Choo. You're so lucky on that one. They rolled a nat 20 for their first roll, but it's disadvantage, so they got a 12. So they do not suspect anything. They like take the apple juice. They're like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. Thank you. You see the other orc though is like, do I have to drink this? And then they're all like, cheers, cheers, cheers. It's unlucky if you cheers and you don't drink it, you have to drink it. And then, yeah, so they all just start like downing this. And she's like, oh, wow, that is spicy apple juice. Oh my gosh, it's quite sour. There's so much apple in it. Must be.
They're going to regret it in the morning.
So we'll cut back over to Ham, who is. Are you doing the arm wrestling then?
But yeah, I just want to sort of put in that guy's mind, like sort of a wink, wink, nod, nod over to the table where Lyria is, and see them over there. That's the Nightstar's team, and they are getting shit-faced right now.
Them. I mean, they look pretty weak. It's Balin is the one I'm worried about. He's the one who's really carrying their whole sack of useless crap, honestly.
Hey, if there's one thing I've learned, you're only as strong as your weakest member.
I guess you're right there. So what, you want to do this? You want to go after the Fire Fister? Let's lay arms, bro.
If that's what you want to call yourself, and I would like to call...
I call myself that with pride. What are you talking about?
Look, I'm just saying...
I am Throsh's Fire Fister.
It sounds like you fist ginger people, is what I'm saying.
I'll fist whoever I need to fist to get to the top.
So I'd like to call Nemo over as well to make sure that Nemo's okay with me gambling their horse.
Hi, sir. What can I do for you?
Hi, Nemo.
Hi.
That's some bad news.
Oh.
I've kind of gambled your horse
Oh.
for tomorrow's...
Oh dear. Well, the way you're saying it makes it sound like I have no other option but to accept this and that you have already done it and the stake is already made.
Yes, and I'll whisper this. It would be in our best interests if you had anything that could help us win this arm wrestling contest.
Trying to cheat.
I see. Let me take a good old gander.
That's secret. Keep that secret, though.
He nods to you and he pats you on the back and he casts guidance. So you now have a plus 1d4 to your ability checks.
I still haven't gotten that shirt made yet.
Oh yeah.
Which one's that?
Guidance is a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said that every single session because I kept fucking forgetting about it.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be like a Baldur's Gate thing, you know, when you get into the actual thing and then it's like, oh, do you want to cast guidance like in front of this person who's clearly going to see you cast guidance?
Yeah.
So I turn around to Mr. Flamefister and I say, yeah, they seem to be good with this gamble.
He rolled a 2 on his insight to see if he clocked him giving you guidance. Fire Fister was deep in a drink while it was happening, and he goes, yeah, let's go. Let's throw hands, buddy. So now roll me a contested strength check.
Okay. That is a 16.
You do get a plus 1d6, right?
Yeah.
For the guidance.
1d4,
Is
I
it
think.
1d4?
1d4,
Yeah.
sorry.
So yeah, it's 16 plus 3, which is 19, plus another 3, 22.
You completely take this man's fist and slam it into the table, like right off the top. He rolled a 12.
Nice.
Not very good. So now for your next round, because you won the last round, you get goaded. So you get a +2 to your next roll. He is angry. He gets a +1.
Okay. Ooh, that's 9
you got
plus
an
3,
18.
12, plus 2 is 14. Need
Okay.
a 4 to match it.
Yep.
4.
Hey, got a 4.
So you guys are even. You're going back and forth, a little bit on this round until like someone slams the table and goes, "That's the round." So you guys tie on the second round. No bonuses are given to the next round. Go again.
13 plus 4, 17.
Yeah, he rolled a 7. So
Nice.
you definitely take his hand the second time, slam it into the table again, and he is like so enraged. He is like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You can't oh, I guess you win." And he like completely accepts defeat, and he just like kind of shakes his head angrily. He like leaves the bracers on the table for you, and he walks out of the bar with his whole group. And they all like go out into the street basically. So you won the bracers of the Fister. You're welcome.
Nice.
Now Ham has Fister bracers.
Mr. Fister!
Yes. So what that gives you...
seems
Race
like
for
a
a fisting.
This seems like a very ham-fisted way of going about.
Honestly, you get
I like that.
an additional 1d4 fire damage to all of your hits. Congratulations.
That's going to be handy.
That's going to be very handy. We'll cut back over to, after that ends, to Inachus. Inachus, you are on your hobbly horse heading towards the woods. It's taken you a couple of hours to get there, but you do arrive outside of the area where the next contest is going to be held, just outside of the forest. What would you like to do?
I would like to see what's in the area. If there's any clues or something as to what is next event.
Okay, so roll me a perception check, and you do it with an advantage because you're like in the area and you're able to kind of like take your time and like look at things.
Okay, 17.
17. Okay, so as you're looking around, you see that like in the woods and stuff, there's a bunch of different corridors and sections in the woods. You can basically make out that in the inside of the woods is a large maze, essentially. You can see that there are spiders, there's like spike traps just beyond where you're looking. There's also separate entrances all along the forest floor, basically. Yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. And this is like our team does it and then tomorrow kind of thing only, or is it like several people do the events
Several
each day?
other teams and stuff are basically going into the woods.
Okay. So I can't just go around disabling traps or nothing. So I'm going to do my best to try to map out some of the maze that I can
Okay.
while avoiding like any traps.
Okay. So because you've done this, you have enacted all I'll say is you've given your team a bonus. A big bonus, but a bonus. So you go around and you look at all the entrances, basically. You find like the best entrance that your team could possibly go towards. You guys will be able to essentially like pick your like where you enter the woods from to start the journey, essentially. Would there be anything else you would want to look at?
You said it's a maze, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to like see if like there's an exit or something.
So you don't see an actual exit on the outside of the woods, so you surmise that there must be something you're heading towards into the center, which you will not be able to see. But while you're looking for this as well, I will have you roll a second perception check.
Where did it go? Where did D20 go? Okay, I'll use the other 20, that's probably not as good of luck. 15.
15. As you're wandering around like the outside of these woods and stuff, you do see something weird going on. You see at the far end, like far away from you, but close enough that you can see it, at one of these entrances, you see like a bunch of cloaked figures who are holding something, and they're taking it into the woods. You watch as a dimension door is summoned, and they go through it, and they take the marginally large thing with them through the dimension door, and then they shut it behind themselves. But behind them, they have left a carriage of items and such, just sitting by the road.
Okay, I will make sure there are no other people in the area before slowly walking over to the other items.
There, I will give you, with your perception check, you don't see anyone else. It was just the cloaked figures. It's pretty like outside of next to the forest. It's pretty like flat land, so you'd be able to see people coming from pretty far away.
Okay, so I will go to the bag of items or whatever they left behind.
All right, so you walk up. There's like a horse that's attached to a large brain. Please, I wanted to say stable. I was like, it's not a stable. It's a carriage. It's a carriage, and it's full of basically you see traps inside of it. You see rope. You see duct tape. you see a few potions of sleep. There's a potion of just sleep, and then and then some chains as well in the back. You also see that there are the extra robes as well from the people who were wearing the robes. And they are just like these purpley golden robes that are sitting in the back.
Would I have recognized these robes from anything else earlier in the day?
Roll me a history check.
Where is my Histowa? It is 11.
An 11. They look kind of familiar to you. You do think that you saw them earlier in the day, but you can't remember who or where or what.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check to see if they're like magically imbued or anything?
Yeah, sure.
17.
You take a look at them. There's not really much to them. They are really nicely made though, but there's no like magical abilities innately attached to them.
Huh. Well, interesting. So I don't think they're gonna miss any of this. This feels like they're cheating. Huh. Ignoring the fact that I'm also, Anyway, I'm gonna take the stuff. Try to.
Okay. So you can take with you 2 traps, 2 potions of sleep. Do you want any of the robes?
Yes.
Okay, you'll take a bundle of robes, and I believe that. Oh, and if you want duct tape and rope, I guess, and chains.
Might as well.
You'll take like one of each, I'll say, because the chains are quite heavy. They're like 20 pounds each and stuff. So I'll say you take one of those, 1 roll of duct tape, one thing of rope, with you back to your horse.
How many robes did I take? Just out of curiosity.
I'll say like 3 bundles of 50 feet each.
Oh, not rope. The robes.
Robes. Sorry, I heard rope. I'll say you take like there was only like 2 extra robes in the carriage.
Okay. All right. I will add that, and I will be. And with the information I've gathered, I will be returning. I won't go, but when I, just to get it ahead, when I get back to town, instead of going all the way back to the stable, I'm gonna get like somewhat close, and then just kind of get off the horse and let the horse kind of go towards the stable on his own.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just let you do that. Just, you're being nice. You're giving the horse back. It's nice. All right, so then we'll cut back to the bar. And at Alira's table.
I have some things that I would like to attempt.
Sure.
So first off, I would like to cast message pointing at Alira.
Okay.
So I have a plan, because we've now kind of understand what she's up to, and Matthias thinks that he can help.
Okay.
So he's going to message her and just go, keep them occupied for as long as you can. You get to whisper back.
Oh, okay. She'll say back, yeah, Okay, sounds good. And she'll turn to the girl that she's talking to. She'll be like, you know what you guys should do? You guys should unionize, okay? You deserve better. You do. Say, I deserve better.
I deserve better.
You
oh wait,
deserve
you're talking.
better.
Sorry, you're talking to the dwarf at the table, right?
Yeah.
I deserve better.
You
And
deserve
while
better.
this is
You
going
deserve
on,
better.
while this is going on, Matthias has slipped out the front door.
Okay. Would you like to roll
Okay.
me a stealth check?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think anyone gives a
If
shit
I
that you're leaving, but hey.
Jesus.
I mean that's
That was
kind of what,
brutal.
It's a
I think-
bar!
No, honestly.
I'm sorry, they care very much that you're leaving their bar. They're very hurt.
Yeah, that's more like it.
That's what he's banking on. Anyway, 13 plus something.
They rolled a 7 on their perception. You're good to leave.
Yeah. So it's gonna slip out, and then about 5 minutes later, the door is going to swing back open, and Balin Nightstar is going to be walking in,
Interesting. Okay. All right.
and he is going to stride as confidently as Matthias play acting as someone who is clearly far above his station can walk
Yeah.
over to this table full of drunk minions.
Yep. I deserve better. Was that better? Did I say that right? Was that good?
From your heart, from your chest. I deserve better.
deserve better. I deserve better.
Better. Huh?
Hi, Balin. Hi, Balin. Hi. I never said I deserve better. I don't deserve better. You're
You
great.
deserve
Why would I ever deserve
you
better?
Deserve nothing.
Yes, you're so right, Balin. You are so right. I'm gonna, and then she just starts like chugging the drink in front of her. She's like, "You're so
You know what?
right."
You know what? I told you not to come out here tonight. I told you that we needed to be at our best.
I mean, I don't remember you saying that, but now that you're saying it like here, I remember you saying that. Totally. Absolutely, you said those words to me.
I told you, and you disobeyed me.
Disobeyed? No, we're so sorry. You see the one orc is like, does not care about this. He's like, oh my god. Like rolling his eyes. But everyone else at the table is like freaking out.
Get out. Get a carriage back. I don't want to see your face
Okay,
here again. I
okay.
can face this on my own.
Oh my god, you got it, sir. You got it. And then they're all like
Hallelujah.
drunkenly stumbling over each other, like trying to get out faster than the other ones. And like two of them are dragging the orc with them, like, you're coming with, like, we gotta
Yeah.
go.
And he means back to the capital.
Yeah.
So it would be funny if it happened. I don't want it to happen. But what
Okay.
if the real Balin walked in?
The real Balin's busy getting swole.
Yeah, he's
right?
busy like getting swole. This is beneath him to come to a bar like a night before a contest where he's representing like his capital. He wants to beat Alira. He doesn't want anything distracting him.
The reasons that this works, and I would like, I'm happy to discuss this, but I think the reasons that this works is they're all drunk as hell, so they're not paying attention. Like they see their boss coming, and they're like, "Fuck me!" They're not really going to be paying attention as this.
No.
B, it's dark,
Mhm.
or it's like the lighting's not the
It's
best.
bar lighting. It's mood
It's
lighting
bar
at
lighting.
best.
Yeah. C, Matthias knows how Balin behaves because he saw him on the scry screens earlier being interviewed, and also like he was fucking mistreated earlier when
Mhm.
Balin came in to berate Illyria. So he's got a pretty good handle on how he kind of behaves.
Mhm.
And D, these meetings were just talking about unionizing.
Yeah,
So,
so
like,
they're like
they're-
freaked out that he even showed up in the middle of this conversation.
It's a bit weird that he's in this bar, so they might question it, but I don't know.
Yeah, but no, I would have it where they don't question it at all, and they're like just absolutely miffed that he's even here. So they are like
They
perfectly
are.
willing to head out, basically.
They are fucking
They are
fired.
freaked out. Yeah, that
No,
he
they're-
even showed
they're
up.
fired.
Oh yeah. Oh, you said they're fired.
They're fired.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Sorry, I didn't quite make that clear. I was trying to
That's
do
okay.
that in the acting. Get out, get in a carriage, get back to the capital. I don't need you here. I can win this on my own.
I don't see how that's possible, Balin,
Get
without
out!
an. Oh, okay, all right, bye. And they fully leave and get out of the bar. The bartender, I will say, she walks up to you, Ham, and she's like, "Hey, so I saw earlier you get the best of that fire fister over there. What was his name? Like Dagwin or something? Or whatever.
Captain Grey Pubeard.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, I thought he said his name was Dagwin, but I guess Captain Grey Pew Beer, why would you want to tell people your name's that, right?
Exactly. I mean, we're from the same place. I've known him his entire life.
But I heard you talking about wanting to get rid of the competition. I may have some information for you that you might want to know.
I'm listening.
There's a meeting happening right now upstairs. We had, every time they want to do these super secret meetings, they want to rent out one of our rooms upstairs and be all secretive, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why they don't just have it right down here. No one's fucking listening, but whatever. You can go right, I'm going to tell the guards, you can go right on up past them, but they're talking about something about the competition for tomorrow. I just saw 2 big wigs go upstairs to do that, but I figured you want to know. You've just been so nice to me, sweetie. That's why I wanted to pass this along. And also, I'll be rooting for you come the competition. I might have put 20 gold on you a little bit. So I'm looking forward to you guys getting ahead. And with that, she goes back to her job.
I appreciate that so much. And yeah, I'm going to walk up and see what the crack is there. I kind of want Nemo to stay with Illyria. I don't want him going too far, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's totally fine. What, you want me to stay down here and drink apple juice?
Absolutely. Your work here is done for the night, and I appreciate what you did for me earlier.
I love him forever.
I can absolutely drink lots of apple juice for you, sir. And he immediately goes and sits himself back down at the bar and is just like, "One apple juice, leave the container."
Can I say to the barkeep?
Yeah.
Just like, make sure this guy's apple juice cup never runs dry.
I got you, sweetheart. Yeah, she does that. So as you go upstairs, is anyone coming with you, or is everyone staying downstairs?
On my way.
Did you want to tell Matthias and them? Because you just like watch them get rid of Balin's whole team.
Yeah, I kind of just be like, give them a look to say, like, I'm going upstairs, but it's up to you if you want to stay down there and enjoy the night, or if you want to back me up. As long as you know where I am, I feel like that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Matthias is kind of done with his shenanigans, and he the image shrinks down from this.
Sorry, yeah, I just waved at Balin and said, I'm going upstairs.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's actually so funny.
Actually, he's looked over at Balin, waved, gone, I'm going upstairs, and then like double take.
Yeah. Well, wait.
You're not Matthias. I just looked down at the barkeep. That last drink was strong.
Do you go? So Ham's going upstairs. Matthias, you're going with him as Balin, maybe?
Absolutely, fuck not. He's done his.
You're gonna get some rumors going if you do, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'll stay downstairs. I feel like my odds of being unnoticed are better down here than up there.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick with Illyria, and he's going to shrink back down to Matthias and be like,
all right, so just Ham is going upstairs.
You think I did all right?
Yeah, I'll give him like a fist bump, but like I won't look at him at the same time.
All right, Ham, you head upstairs, and as you do, you start to hear voices stream down the hall in hushed whispers. They're muffled, but the walls are still shaking from the base of the band downstairs and stuff, so it's kind of covering up a lot of the speak and stuff. So you'll have to get pretty close to the door to hear what's going on. But it's a long hallway. There's about 3 doors on your left and like 3 doors on your right, and it's like the last door at the end of the hallway on the right.
Okay, 2 seconds, just checking something here. I would like to cast 2 things on myself. Mm-hmm. The first one being Detect Magic.
Okay.
Which is concentration for up to 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I can sense magic around me. The second thing is Comprehend Languages.
Perfect.
Which is another spell on myself, and that lasts for 1 hour without concentration.
Wonderful. Okay. As you throw on this detect magic, you get like a whiff of like quite a bit of arcana coming out from this door, essentially. As you get up to the door, you get a sense that you have walked over the threshold of a silence spell, and you are able to clearly hear the words now coming through the ruddy door, as well as because you cast comprehend languages. Originally, they were speaking in a language that, while you assumed was muffled, is actually a different language. So now you're able to understand it. Please roll me an an investigation check on what you hear.
Okay, -1 investigation, 11.
Well,
I'm going to assume I still don't have guidance because that's been some time now. It only lasts for 1 minute, I'm pretty sure.
You can retcon that if you wanted to get a guidance before heading up here.
I'll just get.
I'll allow that. Yeah, like before
Yeah.
heading up here, he was like, Nemo,
Yeah,
hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more of those guidances, Nemo?
Yeah. I'll hook you. Sorry. I'll hook you up. No problem. Sorry.
Cheers, buddy. No,
Frog in my
just wanted
throat.
to get the guidance.
Yeah. All right, so I rolled extra d4 to see if you get above my check.
That is a 2, so that takes it up to 13.
That is exactly what you needed for this. Okay, perfect. So you hear two voices, hushed whispers, and they go, they're going to make a move for it anyway. We can't have any questions about who will be taking that throne. I understand that, and I can certainly make that happen. In fact, it would be fair to say things are already in motion. Tomorrow, I will make sure what needs to get done will be done. With everything you provided me, I'm already in your debt, but don't get it twisted. And you start to hear steps heading your way. So now you could either do a stealth or you can try to run back downstairs.
Or I could just stand in the doorway.
You stand in the doorway or you
Just waiting to see who comes out.
You can do that. Okay, as the door
Yeah, I'm going to stand in the doorway.
as
just
the
be like-
door opens, the silence spell shudders away as a beautiful elven woman stands before you with blonde hair down to her butt. You don't recognize her. You roll me an insight check, actually.
Okay, with guidance. Oh, fuck. That went so badly. 16, 15.
You can make out between like her facial features and beautiful hair and stuff. She looks very similar to Alira. She looks incredibly similar to Alira, to the point where you would question if this was her sister or something. She stares down at you like you are nothing more than a bug, and she goes, I'm sorry, did we call room service?
Oh, you think I'm room service? I'm flattered. In fact, I'm not room service at all. And I've just heard everything that was happening inside of that room. Now, you wouldn't happen to be trying to help somebody win or gain an unfair advantage in a tournament now, would you?
Listen, first of all, you're going to come up on me and threaten me? I highly
haven't
doubt
threatened
that's
you
going to...
yet.
I mean, in your voice, I'm above that, sweetie. I think we're done here. And then she casts a thunder wave at you. Roll me roll me. What's the wording on thunder wave again?
Give me 1 second. I have it right now.
Dex save.
It's a con save.
Roll me a constitution saving throw.
Okay, and guidance as well, yeah?
Yep.
13, 18.
18. So that'll do it. That'll save against her spell save. You're still going to take...
Poor bugger.
Oh, I know.
I don't like that look from you, Ricky.
You're going to take 19 thunder damage and you're not pushed back. However, from beneath you, a dimension door opens and you go right through it and it closes right back up and you are sent through the floor to the first floor immediately.
Does he drop
Yeah.
to the floor?
So I'm now behind the bar?
Yeah, I think you would be...
Oh, no. This is the closing number for 9-inch scales, and as they're
yeah.
they're doing the breakdown right at the end, Ham just crashes behind them.
Yeah, exactly. You crash onto the dance floor or like onto the band stage, basically, between the drummer and the bassist, and you just like crash land. And you take, oh, sorry, 1 second. You also take falling damage. Let's go.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
What is it? D10 or D?
I'm not taking any falling damage, Reezy.
No?
I have feather fall as a reaction.
Oh, perfect. So no falling damage for you. But
Tom just lands beer in hand on stage.
yeah.
Like, let's fucking go!
Man, that's so rad how he showed up. Man, he like came from nowhere. It's crazy.
Ham.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do an encore for him. And they get back into it, basically.
Just take the microphone. And I'm like, yo, to the Nightstar that's upstairs. I know what you're doing. Come tomorrow, you ain't gonna have nowhere to hide. And then just drop the mic.
I lean over to Matthias and like, you know I'm downstairs, right? He knows I'm here.
Yeah, just so you pick the mic up. Not
already,
you, princess.
He's already dissolved, so he doesn't look like Balin anymore. So it's like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I thought I'm the Nightstar. Who else is gonna be here? I mean,
Like, it's not your uncle. It's not you. What?
With
What?
that, the party goes on, especially with Ham reinvigorating the crowd and everything. You guys
Crowd
have a solid night of like drinking and partying together and really like getting like all your group ties, like, getting to know each other. Anakis, I will say, I'm sure like you're back in town. Do you go to the bar? Or do you just go straight to your room? Do you want to like make bonds with these guys? Drink with them?
No.
No?
I don't want to make any bonds. I've done my due diligence.
Okay, so Anakis just goes back to the room. Everyone else is making bonds. And then you guys are, plenty drunk, like Ham's drunk. You, Alira, you, Matthias, and my assistant. You guys are all like lightheaded on apple juice, basically.
We get the glorious like still frames in the anime of like various drinking things, like Ham getting arm round each of Matthias and
Yes.
and my assistant. Well, with beer in each hand, Illyria in the background, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Who am I hanging with? That was the best night of my life, guys. I'm never gonna forget this.
Immediately forgets it in the morning when he
Yeah. How much apple juice did I drink? So you guys go back to your rooms for the night.
Thank you, muted Kitty.
Oh yeah, I think
Breezy.
you're muted.
sorry.
Oh.
Alira turns over. She was like, "My assistant's been here the whole time. Where have you been?"
Hey, who do you think's been reading you the books?
Oh, you're right.
So you guys go back to your dorms for the night. Ham, did you want to tell Alira about who you saw, what happened?
Yeah, so
Am I privy to this?
I mean, you guys are like all like walking back together.
I should tell like the entire group.
We go and get an orc kebab.
Yeah, down for that. We'll get an okay pizza.
Yeah,
Oh,
perfect.
yes, an okay pizza, yeah.
No one was privy to that prior to us going live.
Sorry. To make it relevant to the campaign,
okay
an okay pizza.
Or
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think Alira would like eat that greasy shit. She might ask for like a salad off their menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't like okay stuff. She
She's like, you have superb salad.
Yeah.
Was Illyria drinking?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she was like convincing other people to drink.
Yeah.
She was like
Okay,
trying
fair
to get over her shoulder.
All
you know?
right, fine. I was going to say, I think she, like, at some point, if she does end up pulling the stick out of her ass, like, then like, go for something like that.
Oh, she was on a mission. She had to be there mentally, physically.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, Ham, take it away.
Sorry, I was just going to ask a question as well, Reezy. Not that it makes much difference, but on the Thunderwave save, do I take half damage or not?
Oh, you do take half damage. Okay, so you didn't take 19, you took 10.
Took 10. So I'll add 9 back on.
You're about to go for a
matter
long
because
rest
we'll be
anyway.
resting anyway, yeah, but I just wanted to have it right in my head in
Posterity's
case
sake.
there was any more Thunderwaves. But I'd come down. Obviously, I imagine Matthias and Illyria kind of like, who were you talking about when you shouted out the Nightstar?
There.
Yet
I
not
was
you.
here the whole time.
Not talking about you. Do you have a sister?
No, I don't have any siblings.
Then I think your mother was upstairs trying to sway some kind of shenanigans for tomorrow. Now, I will say it doesn't... it's not clear whether they were in your favor or whether they're in your uncle's favor.
Well, they definitely wouldn't be in my favor. I'll tell you that. What did she look like?
She was like a tall, blonde elven lady with hair down to her lower back, knees.
So all
I
tall
forget
blonde
now.
elven women look the same, is what you're saying?
I was very drunk, is what I'm saying.
Look, I'm just admiring Ham's restraint that he didn't immediately try to hit on this woman.
Well, that was going to be Plan B.
Well, she did start by asking if he was the help.
If the dimension door didn't
there
work, I
are
was going to
movies-
say that's a cute spell.
I was gonna say there are movies that start like that.
Yeah.
No. Do I have an idea who it could have been? Like what women in my family?
Roll insight or history,
Like-
whichever one's more.
An auntie, perhaps.
Yeah, an aunt or a cousin or something. You have a +5 to history and a +3 to insight. So I'm gonna roll a history check.
Yeah, you can do history.
Nemo, fist bump.
7.
So, I mean, there's a lot of women in your family who have long, beautiful blonde hair. Even your uncle has like shoulder length, beautiful blonde hair as well, as I've described him. So it could be your mom. It could be your mom doesn't have siblings, but it could be like a cousin. Thrin, I believe, also has beautiful long blonde hair. So it could be her. It could be some of the servants. Like you're not sure.
Ham. Are
Everyone
you sure it
group chat.
wasn't my uncle?
I mean, they seemed very female, and what I mean by that is they were instantly attracted to me.
Well, you've had a lot of alcohol, and not for nothing, but you are very short. So I imagine all elves at that distance trying to look up at them, maybe you lose some of the details and stuff. So I don't know. Let's, what we can do? I know where my uncle's room is. Why don't we go to his room?
That sounds like a good idea. I've got just enough hit points for another thunder wave.
Oh, I will say when he says thunder wave, you do know that is a spell that specifically like the high elves of wizardry would know. So that would be a little clue in for you that they're probably like not quite of like royalty, but just like higher echelons, higher people of society, essentially. So it narrows it down as like not any high elf, but someone who's notable, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys want to go to your uncle's room?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Okay, so you guys approach your uncle's room. It's pretty late at night now. Like it's like late at night. It's probably like 2 or 3 in the morning at this point. You guys are leaving the bar. You guys had a pretty raucous night. You guys actually pass Anakis, who completely ignores you guys and goes to her room.
No.
Way up for the night.
Like, we don't recognize Anakis because she's still disguised.
Oh yeah, she's still disguised. So like you guys just pass each other, don't say anything. You walk up to your uncle's room and you knock on it, but there's no response.
Can I mage hand through the door and have the mage hand open the door?
Roll me an Arcana and Sleight of Hand, and I'll figure out if you roll good on those, how that would work.
We could just knock on. Hang on, did we try knocking on the door?
You did, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Arcana.
Did
I rolled a
Ham-
17 plus 7, which is 24.
Okay, that's really good.
And then my sleight of hand.
To like kind of get it through the door.
I rolled a 6, so 6 plus 1 is 7.
Okay. I will say like you've summoned your mage hand. Yeah, basically. And you're trying to like push it through the lock and it's just not going. You're making quite a lot of noise. There's still like no stirring from inside your uncle's room.
I turn over and I look at him.
You want me to lockpick this door, don't you?
No, we want you to get through this door.
That's
I
yeah,
just
that's
figured you
we're
could
talking
open
about the
it.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stand back like three steps.
Yeah, we all just like.
So
Are
Ham
you
just-
guys sure we should be breaking doors down around here? They might not like that.
My dad'll pay for it.
Okay, whatever you say.
So what is everyone else now?
So yeah, I'd like to make a door opening attack.
Okay, so roll your attack.
Unarmed strike, right? And
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, I just go with the axe.
Yeah, I will tell you right now, these are the royal area of the Colosseum.
Oh,
Yeah, just
yeah. Maybe I don't do this.
Are there any windows?
yeah, like all the royals have windows going into their main bedroom. They are on the second floor though.
Okay, I mean we can work with that.
Is there any more of those potions of fly? I can take a look.
No, that was it. What if I cry and pretend my life-saving medication is in there and the front guards have to open the door for me?
You realize that doesn't. This is fantasy. It might actually work.
Would you like to go do that?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I
I'll leave
have
it
an idea. So just remind me. We're trying to get into
Balin's door.
Balin's door. I mean, I've done it once already.
Yeah.
Could I pretend to be Balin?
The only
And
thing I'm thinking there is when the door opens and then there's two Balins, we're gonna have like a Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Hang on, is he in there? Is the question. I guess he. Well, he is. He's not on. Yeah, he's busy getting swole. He's not hearing us,
Or he's sleeping.
or he's sleeping.
I just tried knocking on the door like really loudly.
Sure.
Not so much that it's gonna break the door, but just
Yeah, knock, 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 knock.
Yeah.
Um,
Still nothing.
Can't really message him.
So when the door opened in the bar, Reezy,
Hmm.
did I get a look at the other person in there, or was it just open door, thunderwave, bye-bye?
I mean, you didn't say that you wanted to look across to the other person, so I didn't have you roll perception on that.
That's
So I'm
fair.
gonna go
Oh.
with no. You were just fully focused on the woman who opened the door in front of you.
Reezy, I'm about to send you a DM.
I'm thinking like, was Balin the other person in the room? Maybe that's why he's not in. And judging by your facial expressions, Reezy, I'm gonna say yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock this door down. Yeah,
Okay. Roll me an attack roll.
I've got the plus 1d4 from the braces now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you have a
Sorry.
1d4, sorry, on the damage. So
Oh,
it's
on the
fire
damage,
damage,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh shit, what was that? Was it a 10?
Yeah.
A 10 plus, where's my actions? Plus 6, 16.
That'll do it.
Okay, never mind. I guess whatever I was typing ain't gonna matter.
That'll do it, but roll yeah. So you completely smash this door down, and I'm gonna have you roll damage. I'm just gonna say you smash it down, and you trigger an alarm that you hear down the hall as like bells tolling, and then so you guys have a certain amount of time before the guards show up and investigate. They're not right there, but they are on their way. That's all I'll say.
Okay, I
I
want
have
to
a
take
plan.
a... Go on then.
No, when the guards come, I have a plan.
Okay. I want to just have a look
I had a
inside,
plan, but
see if
Ham
Balin's
smashed
there.
all the way through that.
As you guys enter into the room, you see the room is entirely empty. There's no
Okay,
one here.
I'm taking any sort of like paperwork I can find, like any journals, any written letters, maybe anything that's like written that I can read later, and
Yep.
I'm like stuffing it in my assistant's pockets.
Perfect. And which he is just standing there like this as you like stuff his pockets. He's like, okay, yep, we got it. Okay, yep.
Okay, I think we should get out of here. We know he's not home.
All right, so I'm gonna roll
I
a
had-
luck
I had
check
a-
to see how quick you guys get out of here.
What
I
was
had
the
a
plan, Joe?
You were a bit quick for me, unfortunately.
I've been told that before.
You gotta be quick on the draw, especially with Mykl.
Hey, sex is a race, first to finish wins.
Yeah,
Quartered.
I wouldn't know. It's been a while.
I wouldn't know. You guys get out of there just in the nick of time. As you guys run Scooby-Doo around the corner, basically, you see as like 3 fully armored guards burst through the doors at the other end of the hallway and like start running towards the broken door. So you guys just miss them.
Awesome. We can go to my room because my room's the closest, right?
As we're running away, behind us, a cloud of darkness bursts up.
And then that obscures you guys even more.
It'll obscure us from any guards that are going to try and follow us.
Okay,
if
gotcha.
they're running.
Or it'll be like, where'd that cloud of darkness come from? Maybe we should investigate
Yeah,
over there.
honestly, like they're like,
That's suspicious.
that
I
like
mean, we could also use
Prestidigitation.
thingy to make a noise, but
I'll say you guys basically sleuthily like are able to get past the guards as they run into Balin's room and you run out into Alira's hallway. So you guys are going to her room. Darkness is appreciated, but
I mean, yeah.
But that's
How
okay. if you want to
like,
keep
I
a spell slot, is what I'm
let's
saying.
let's not do that.
how much time do we have now while they're investigating the room?
I mean, because orcs are very intelligent, you guys are probably good for the night.
Okay. I was just thinking maybe we don't go from one Nightstar to the other Nightstar
We could come to my room.
Well,
I
if the
know-
guards come knocking,
and
Well,
then
I
find
would-
us with a bunch of papers.
Well, we can disguise it in.
if the
amongst
guards
our
came
spell-
knocking, I would just
disguise it in amongst our spell books, right?
yeah. And if they came knocking, I would be like, oh my god, are you I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm the princess and I'm sleeping, and you're interrupting me for what?
Ham's just behind a curtain, just like
Matthias-
holding the curtain so you can see his
Matthias
hands.
has gone back to the position that he was in earlier when he was studying. He's like slumped over the books, like drooling.
There's like fully
Uh-oh.
just 3 other people in your. Well, yeah, Matthias would just be asleep too.
Matthias makes sense because
Yeah.
they were studying.
My assistant, borderline, has like a lampshade on his head, and he's just standing in the corner.
I'm in the room face down, by the way.
You're like in Alira's room.
Like
Sorry,
I was.
Why?
No, why
You're
not?
in the room.
I want to be here too, so I'm here.
I forgot.
But at least we know how Anakis is sleeping in her room right now. I guess fully face down, guys. Just conked out.
So
I
now
was going.
always
No,
been there.
I was going to Alira's room originally to
Oh, okay.
To discuss with her about the robes.
Okay, so you can be standing like outside of her room because it's locked, unless you want to roll me like a sleight of hand to see if you can unlock her door while they're doing.
No, I'm asleep just
I
outside
was
of her room.
fully. By the way,
And then
still
we
fully
all-
face down.
Yes.
Dragging
And then we
in.
all
I'll say
bundle
drag her in.
Yeah.
we all bundle into Olivia's room. Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
all bumble in there. Ham and Matthias both grab one of Anakis's legs and drag her in behind them, basically. As you guys like shut the door behind you and just like calm yourselves, like center yourselves. You guys have all this paperwork from Balin's room. You have some robes and sketchy stuff that Anakis is holding now for some reason. And Ham might have something to tell you guys, although he said it on the walkover as well.
Yeah.
we fill in Anakis.
So
while
Yeah.
you're-
But when I see Anakis, you wouldn't believe the night I've had. I got to perform with 9-inch scales.
In fact, you see, like, you have a autographed, like, guitar pick from them as well, like, you managed to get away with, and probably a
it's
shot
made of
glass or
dragon
two
scale.
that you, like, got from the bar.
The pick is made of a dragon scale.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That was my idea.
Nice, well done.
Yes. Anaka shows you guys the robes and stuff that she got. Let's see. And you guys are going through the letters from Balin. There's not too much in the correspondence from Balin to other people to warrant like why he's disappeared and stuff. You do see some like tips and tricks that he has like in books, or like that he's like written down from books and stuff, of like how to be a stronger wizard or how to be a stronger sorcerer and mage and stuff, and he's like been studying them and what have you. There's some letters between him and your dad that are like just very like short to the point and stuff, just like, how are things going at the capital? And then your dad responds like, good, nothing really
up emoji.
changed. Actually, it's like, it's giddy because it's like, my daughter is going to the competition, so you'll see her there and stuff. Go easy on her and everything, like asking him to like pull back if he ever like fights you and stuff. Essentially like, yeah, asking to like help you out essentially, and being like, my poor understudied daughter, like, please be gentle with her and stuff, like, she doesn't know what she's doing, she borderline stole the contestant like pass
And,
from me and was able to go, but it's fine.
There was an unwritten reply which just says, OMG, Illyria, LOL.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so there's not much there that like.
I'd like to think that Balin writes messages in much the same way that a boomer writes SMS messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like lots of ellipses, lots of like double spaces. Oh yeah, and like lots of like really outdated like minion memes and stuff like underneath of that he's added in.
The minion minions.
Except that
Yeah.
they're his actual minions.
Yeah, and they like animate on the page, right? Which makes them even more like abhorrent and really annoying. So Anakis lays out these robes. Would anyone like to do a history check on them?
I'll
Sure.
identify them.
Identify them? Okay, so what's the wording of identify?
You touch an object throughout the spell's casting. If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any ongoing spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn that spell's name.
Okay. The only
Ham
thing you
just puts
can
one on.
the only thing you can gather from these robes is they are robes of disguise. And so
Okay.
if you wear one, it shadows your face and it makes you look like completely indistinguishable from anyone else around you. It doesn't change your appearance necessarily like a disguise self spell, but it does shadow you from people's view,
Do you
basically.
still want the history check?
Yes.
Fuck's sake. Not again.
And Alira, if you would like to do a history check, you have advantage.
Well, but at least my history's good. 5 plus 6 is 11.
So you kind of recognize them, same as Anakis. You can like kind of pinpoint them. You're like, I feel like I've seen these like before, but like I'm not sure where.
Where?
I rolled a 9, so. Oh wait, I got advantage.
Yes.
Fuck. Another 9. So
So
it's fate. I don't know shit.
Okay, I'll roll
I-
a history check.
Ham, save us.
-1, 7.
So, yeah, none of you, like all of you kind of think that they look kind of familiar, but you're not sure where you've seen these robes from. You're like, I mean, they look nice, and Ham, since you're wearing one, like you guys can all see that, like you can no longer see Ham's.
Take one of the robes.
He's wearing it. Yeah, you just put one on.
Just put it on. This is how I identify stuff.
So you can
Trial
see like
and error.
his face is shadowed. You can't make out like who Ham is basically through this robe. So you guys can see like where the properties are at.
I mean, it's not nicer than the robes I have, so I mean, how many do we even have? I think you guys could wear them. I don't.
There's
I'm
two.
unconscious. I can't make us an opinion.
Can we wrap up Anakis in the robe and just stuff her in like the closet?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
mean,
totally
that's-
expect that nobody sleeps in my room. I'm politely waiting for everybody to leave and go back to their own rooms.
Oh, and in the meantime, like Matthias is like, we're friends. I don't understand these social like norms that you're expecting, so he's just gonna hang around until.
Oh, so
until
my
then,
assistant
otherwise.
walks up to you because he's like been with Alira long enough that he kind of knows the drill. Like even after a day, he's like picked up quite a bit. Matthias, Ham, and Anakis, and he like fully shakes Anakis awake. And he's like, you all need to leave Alira's residence promptly. She needs her beauty rest now and would like it if you actually I would like it if you left it as beneath her to like people leaving her residence.
But she doesn't need her beauty sleep. She's pretty enough already.
Just stop. Thank you. It is because I get my beauty rest though, and this is also my study time. So
Nonetheless, you need to leave her residence immediately. And he like ushers all of you out of the room.
We're being shivvies out.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, one
one question.
Yeah.
Just before I leave, Illyria, one question. Do you have a mini bar in your room? Because downstairs,
they
I
bring
don't
me.
have a mini bar.
I
Yeah.
just make requests and they bring it to me. Do you need my assistant to bring you?
I was just going to ask for a beer for the road.
I can bring you a beer. I love bringing people things.
Will you bring him a
Oh,
beer?
my
Help
guy.
him.
I will bring you beer after beer after beer tonight. You have my honor. And anything you need, Alira, I barely need sleep. I mean, I might need, I need to trance for like 4 to 6 hours to regain all of my spell slots. But outside of that, I am completely free for your use.
Yeah, we trance the same amount of time. So as long as we trance at the same time, we're fine.
Perfect.
No rest, no sleep. Get the fuck out.
So you guys are all
no spells, get the fuck
kicked out back to your dorms. Ham, you get a beer later on from my assistant.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Alira. So I'm gonna ask you guys like some end of night questions and stuff here. So how do you feel after like going to the bar, for example?
I think Alira feels a little bit invigorated because she's used to going to like boring parties where she's not really like invested. But this is the first time where she's like socialized with people and like it wasn't for political gain of her parents. It was like purely for her own
Yeah.
self. And she kind of like heard herself saying those things to that dwarven lady And it was kind of like her talking to herself a little bit too. She was kind of like, I deserve better. She's like, well, maybe sometimes I don't have to study all night. And maybe sometimes I am a good wizard and I can just, go and talk to other people sometimes. So she's like very invigorated by the idea of the night happenings. And she's kind of like excited to see what happens next, what other
Okay.
liberties she can take.
That was gonna go into my next question, which would be
Okay.
like, how would she feel about tomorrow's contest, and how sure of her team do you think she is?
She's not sure at all.
That's so fair.
She's like, I hope my parents send me more money. We got another potion or something.
Yeah. And before he goes to bed, my assistant wants to ask you if you would like to send any correspondence to your family.
Yes. She will write a note to her parents. Dear mother and father, dear birth giver, I'll have you know I placed third in today's event. That's correct. I placed third. People died, and not a single person on my team died. Isn't that amazing? I'm doing so well. Everybody looks up for me and cheers for me. Everybody recognizes me for who I am and the value I bring. And I think maybe tomorrow there may even be t-shirts with my name on it. I'm very excited by the prospect. I am doing our name honor. I did spend all of our money though, so please send some more. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening. Your daughter, Alira.
She's such a dork.
What was it? Signed, Alira?
Signed, your daughter, Alira.
Oh,
I
your
constantly
daughter.
Remind them that I am their daughter and their responsibility.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so Ham, where do you end up finding your sleep for the night? Do you go to the bed provided, or do you think that you go back to the bar and like have a few and then crash wherever in the downtown?
I think I go back to the bar. I mean, I'm assuming it's not too far from where we are.
It kind of is. It's
still
like it's
open?
downtown, right? So, I mean, but what's a 20-30 minute walk, right?
Yeah. So I'll go back down to the bar and I ask the bartender. She knows who's upstairs or who was upstairs.
She says, "Hi, sweetie. Upstairs, those two hoity-toity, rich folk having their conversation earlier that I told you about. I might know one or two things, but, people don't ask too many questions round here without, compensation, if you catch my drift. The first one's for free. The second one, you might have to pay a little bit."
It's a bad time to not have any money, isn't it?
A little bit, sweetie. If you got nothing, then I got nothing for you.
Tell you what, how about I've got a bet. Sorry, go on, Joe.
Ham's gone back to the bar.
Mhm.
Okay. I had a thing, but I had an idea that it doesn't make sense in the context.
Okay, well, saying back to the barkeep, I don't have anything on me right now, but as you've seen today, our team finished third in the tournament. It's highly unlikely, given the state of Balin's team and the fact I've took that Mr. Fista's gauntlets off him over there. Those two teams don't really stand much of a chance tomorrow, so the chances of us getting through tomorrow's round is very high. Now, I've got a pretty significant wager on that we do that. How about you give me the information I want, I come back to the bar tomorrow, and I give you 50 gold.
50 gold. I mean, that sounds great, but that also sounds like a tall tale, and I am used to hearing quite a few of those around here. You can roll persuasion to see if she will take you up on that.
It's
Okay.
also the second time I think that Ham's tried to pull this same nonsense.
I know.
18 plus 2, 20, dirty 20.
I mean, she like hums and haws a little bit. She gets like, this is completely out of character for me. But all right, sweetie, you proved you're more than just a ham sandwich, if you catch my drift. So I'll take you up on your crazy thing. All right, upstairs we had that royal elven woman who was here, and she was meeting with the guy who runs the Coliseum. What's his name again? Oh yeah, Blorg. Blorg is his name. So he runs Coliseum. He's got like that orange like jumper, whatever, with all those really fancy trinket fittings. But yeah, they were both meeting together upstairs. I'm not sure what about, but that's worth 50 gold to you. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be here, same time. Thank you very much for the information.
Perfect. And I'll know where to find you if you don't pay up. And she like bops you on the head and walks away.
My word is good. You can trust in that.
Perfect. So you find your night at the bar and stuff. You have a few drinks. You probably continue listening to some beautiful just jazzy beats for the rest of the night. 9-inch Scales has long since packed up and gone home, but they have music all night, so you just kind of vibe to it and take your rest wherever, probably under a bar table, to be honest, and then wake up and, hair of the, what do they call it, hair of the dog or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah, so you do that. I don't drink
I'm in
a
the
lot,
perfect
so
place to cure a hangover, so
pretty much.
Bacon sandwich. No, actually, bacon sandwich
Yeah,
is one of the best hangover cures.
So we'll go over to Anakis. Anakis!
Hey.
So
What?
how do you feel about how does Anakis feel about getting thrown together with this ragtag group?
Well, she's still a little bit has some opinions about Alira.
I was gonna ask that too,
Doesn't.
because like, how do you feel about a literal royal being on your team? You're usually like a spy. You're usually spying on royals, not so much teaming up with them.
She's already has a negative opinion of royals, and this royals already tried to accidentally, possibly, but still, try to kill her. So she's gonna be still, pissed about that for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
like wary,
she-
unsure of like
Yeah.
where she stands, friendly-ish.
Exactly. But she's still but Anakis is still going to be using any resource she can to get through this.
Absolutely.
And so she's going to try to use some of her talents, no matter how rough they may be.
So Mr. Bean her way through, that's for sure.
To help the ragtag group of people. She wants to smack Ham around a bit because she does like her money, and she doesn't like her money being spent in gambling pools.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it is what it is.
Perfect.
Has no real opinion of Matthias or Nimrod because she barely even acknowledges their existence.
Fair enough. So you go to bed with like your head full of like all these queries and stuff, and like just wondering if you guys are gonna make it through tomorrow's challenge with these people who you barely know and you're extremely unsure about. So Matthias, how do you feel about your ragtag group of friends?
I mean, he seems a lot more sure about two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Given that Anakis basically was persona absenta tonight, like he recognizes her skills, but
Mm-hmm.
beyond that is like, I don't know much about this person, and I'm not going to I'm not going to pry.
She's kind of the outlier in your head, like you're not sure about her.
Which
Yeah.
is kind of
Mhm.
like he's I think he feels that he is helping Illyria. I don't think that Illyria feels that he is helping Illyria.
Yeah.
That is so fair.
He is also getting on better with Ham in a weird way. Like he seemed like he is the most straightforward person that Matthias has seen outside, since he started this adventure,
Mhm.
or for a long ass time, because when he was being bullied, like everyone hid a dagger behind their smile for him, right?
Mhm.
And for the first time, Ham is like, yeah, he's rough, but Ham isn't treating him like shit.
Yeah.
Ham is kind of, if not respecting him, at least like giving him better vibes than anyone else has. So he's feeling a lot more sure about Ham.
Mhm.
He's he's also got a bit of a coterie with my assistant. I think that they kind of have a kinship in like where they come from, and how they perceive the world and how what they have going on for them.
Yeah.
There's still things that they are kind of or he is unsure about, and there's certainly something that is going to cause problems, and he is worried about that being a spanner in the works. But I feel like that is probably going to come to a head soon.
So as you're thinking these thoughts, worrying and everything about what's to come,
Because he doesn't want to lose these new friends that he's
No,
just met.
exactly. So you go to like lay your head down to sleep when suddenly you hear something topple in your room. You expect to see your cat, of course, having playfully pawed something from a table. Instead, you're met with the pouting face of a young demon woman. She's sitting about the size of your forearm, and she's sitting on the provided coffee table. Her horns are curved black and curved over her night black cropped hair. Her purple skin writhes with the flame of the seven hells, and her eyes spark a deep purple flame within inside of them. Her teeth have sharpened canines, and her nails are long and talon-like. She wears a tight bodice-filling leathers with a double slit-cut dress that don't hide her equally talon-like feet. You know, you could have done so much better today if you just told them about me already. What do we have to keep up this silly cat farce?
Later, you can't be like this. They're not going to understand.
Not gonna understand. They're not gonna understand how an average little sucker like you made it to the end. That's what they're not gonna understand.
But like, look at Illyria. Like she thinks that I'm actually.
She thinks you're good. She thinks you're good out of natural talent, not because you made a deal with someone you shouldn't have made a deal with. That I am so happy you made a deal with, not for nothing.
And then the camera pans, and he's looking at the dagger in his hand, which is now glowing a deep purple, the same purple that is in her eyes.
Absolutely. Listen, I know I can help you with tomorrow's game, and it's not going to get any easier from here on out. These games were made for gods, stupid, or champions of them anyway. So we know that it's not going to get any easier. You might as well just come clean.
Give me one more day, please. Give me one more day.
One more day. All right. But you know I can do much more than just meow. Meow and scratch? Are you kidding me? I mean, you're lucky I saved your ass with a fireball today. That bug was gonna clean you straight off that platform. You know it was.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Let's just go to bed, I guess. So as you drift off to sleep, she transforms back into her cat-like form and she curls up in the bed behind you. Alira, as you lay your head down, un momento, I have something for you, don't worry.
Oh my gosh, a little something for me you shouldn't have.
I know.
Just because we're married, that's not fair.
Cassie's losing her mind in the chat right now.
I know. Dun, dun, dun. I love it. I love it so much. Sorry, I'm just confused as to where I put it.
By the way, I do promise my character's gonna eventually warm up to everyone.
It's in your Reezy the file, Reezy. Come on.
I know, right?
Reezy the folder.
Kind of annoyed.
I'd just like to point out why we've got this brief interlude. Ham doesn't trust anybody. Any one of you just doesn't trust. He's doing what's necessary to become king. That's his whole thing right now.
Oh,
Is he Scar?
Pretty much, yeah. In meat form.
Live the ham.
Just can't wait to be king.
Be ham-paired.
I know, right? I was so prepared until I wasn't. I must have lost it in a save. That's kind of aggravating.
Also, I feel like when the reveal comes of like Matthias being a warlock to the group, Ham's going to be like, "Oh my god, you're a warlock!"
Sick.
Alira's gonna be like, "Yes, I'm super good at wizard."
I mean, we've got some time to work out what the reactions are gonna be.
Yeah. I don't have it written down. Apparently I lost it in one of my saves. Woohoo! But I'll try to do it as best I can from memory from what I wrote down. So, Alira, as you head to bed that night, you lay your beautiful head down and you start to dream. And you're dreaming of yourself. You're back at the palace. The beautiful marble hallways are all around you. But it's the dead of night and it's really quiet. There's nothing really going on around you. You start walking, you can hear the click clack of your heels against the marble tile as you go from room to room looking for anyone being home, but you don't hear any sounds and there's no one. As you start to exit from one of the hallways, from behind you, this slithering black, absolutely disgusting like tentacles come out and they start wrapping around the hallway rapidly and they start darkening the area around you. Please roll me a Arcana check.
I moved my mic. I'm sorry.
Or sorry, a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom saving throw.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
So as these black tentacles start to like swarm the hallway and it darkens and everything, you start to feel yourself get choked up. You start to feel you're trying to like grab at your magic and stuff. You're trying to call any spell you can to your hands. Nothing is working. You see like the blue hue of the weave just outside of your fingertips. You're calling to it. You're calling to it. And then suddenly from down the corridor, you see a blast of golden light that cuts through the darkness around you. This silhouette of a beautiful woman stands before you. You can't make out any details on her face or anything. And she walks towards you, and as she walks, every single step, the blackness recedes from around her, and she frees you from this suffocating feeling. You feel like you can breathe again, and then suddenly she just takes you in her arms, gives you a big hug, and she goes, and all she whispers in your ear is, "Things are not quite as they seem. You will have to figure it out in the next challenge." And then whew, you wake up, and that's where we're going to end our session.
Alira's gonna cry a little bit. She's never been hugged before.
Oh,
Exciting, very exciting.
I'm fucking hype. For what- I thank you so much as always, and for taking us on this journey.
Thank you guys I didn't realize today was going to be this long. I really didn't. If you guys want an idea of how, by the way, far we are into what I have written, we're on page 14 of 18 of what I've written.
We did pretty good.
Yeah, just to clarify.
It was a long session, but yeah, that's so good. Thank you,
Yeah.
Reezy.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys.
I'm having so much fun with this.
Oh, this has been awesome. Like, honestly, like the learning curves and everything. Anakis going on your own journey. I was not expecting that, had nothing set up for that, but I was like, okay, let's roll with this.
I figured it would fit her character to try to actually do some actual investigating and
Yeah,
stuff.
like sleuthing and stuff. It makes perfect sense for who she is. Absolutely. Like, I love that. Do more of that
because-
to me, guys. I don't care if I'm caught unawares.
Because like I don't, because like while what I want from Anakis is to actually eventually kind of warm up to these people, and so her like mentality of like destroying everything around her sort of shifts.
Mhm.
But I also want her to still have that actual spy mentality. I don't want her to Mr. Bean. I never wanted that, but it's great.
It works so well. I guess there's a question for everyone in the chat. Like, it doesn't have to be a straight poll, but I'm just intrigued. Like, which characters are you enjoying? Who's your favorite so far? Like, whose story are you invested in? Like, I'd love
Ham.
to hear that feedback.
Ham.
No, not
I'm
Ham.
Sorry, Ham.
Ham doesn't have a story. He's
That's
just a
what-
drunk
that's why I'm
dwarf
so-
that
that's
causes
why I'm-
mayhem.
That's why I love it. So
We're all just here for Nebo, actually.
Well, no. Well, now it's Mr. Not Actually a Wizard.
No, sorry. Did I say it? No, the cat. Specifically the cats.
Yeah, now that we know who the cat is.
Absolutely. Thank you guys all for joining us on
Before
session
you
2.
run off,
Yep.
Before you run off, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Right
Yes.
here.
Do it now.
Oh my
Press the
God, I'm
buttons,
sorry,
do the
Jim.
interaction things.
1 second.
It's alright, I got the link.
Click the 3 stars that JR's just posted in chat.
Yeah.
Oh, is it your... Oh, it's...
Yeah, it's link blocked.
Yeah. Sorry, I have links blocked on my thing. I'll share it. There you go.
Subscribe to the
follow.
Twitchfits.
Yeah, subscribe to the Twitchfits. All of the episodes will be up there. They'll be fully edited as well, so you won't have any of our like waiting to do math gears functioning properly, improperly, what have you. And you can follow along there. Yeah, remember to smash that like button.
Unsubscribe.
And
If
subscribe.
it's 3 booms from me, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. What do those guys do?
I don't
The
know.
Costco guys? You guys don't know the Costco guys?
No.
I don't know them.
When you said boom, 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 I just thought of the
Katie,
oh
the
my gosh.
Costco guys are actually on AEW. It's a wrestling program.
No
The
way.
dad
Shut the
is-
fuck up.
Yeah,
dad-
they had a match a few weeks ago, didn't they?
I had a match a few weeks ago, yeah.
Boom, boom,
I was
boom.
He's a
only-
minor.
In my room. We'll
No,
spend
no,
the
no,
night
not
together from night until forever.
the dad, not the
The dad is Big
Yeah.
Justice, I think. But I don't know which one the kid is.
boom, 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 boom. I want you in the room. That's the thing.
That's what I thought of
Yeah.
immediately when she said it. All right, you can follow Myklantis over at his Twitch channel, Myklantis. You can follow KT over at TheDataGoblin. You can follow Matthias JR over at JR Plays Games. And you can follow Anakis, aka Kamino, at Kamino. Mikite.
Bye.
Boy.
Down.
And away they go.